What's up, guys? Welcome back to Legal Drug Money. As you can see, Billy's nowhere to be seen. I'm taking over this episode. I'm Austin. I'm here with my main girl, Keller.
Hi, guys.
And if you can't tell already, we're going to be talking all things Puffco. Let's just get into it. Roll it.
Welcome, friends.
Alright, so if you don't know what Puffco is and you can't see already, they're like a company that makes e-rigs, I guess you could call them. They're just like electric dab rigs that like heat up automatically for you. And if you know anything about like dabbing or anything like that, you know that the traditional way is to, get yourself a dab rig, get yourself a torch that nail up, put your dab in there, maybe have a little temperature sensor to see how much what the temperature is. You have to do all that. Puffco eliminates all that. You just drop the dab in, turn it on, it heats up to the perfect temperature, and then you just hit it. That's all you got to do. And it's a pretty cool company that I think. What do you think about it?
Yeah, it's regular dabbing is definitely quite the process, and I've found that a lot of the time it looks kind of sketchy. Like the blowtorch and the nail, it looks a lot worse than it is.
It looks harder than it is. It looks like you're doing some hard drug, some almost like melting some bath salts in like a spoon.
Well, and some of these Puffcos now, they do some fancy shit, right? They have Bluetooth, you can choose a heat setting. Mine has an app on my phone.
The whole app.
Are you kidding me?
App.
So yeah, I think it's the modern way for sure.
Technology, man, it's crazy. But yeah, Puffco apparently started in 2013 by Roger Wolodarski. If I butchered that, I'm very sorry, Mr. Wolodarski. But yeah, he basically says that he just wanted a better way to do dabs or concentrates. So they got some engineers, I guess, and designed the first Puffco, and created the Puffco way. And it's basically just saying about how they're trying to create a more inclusive community and get rid of the stigma of dabbing and stuff, because we said kind of the whole torch thing makes you seem like a crackhead, but
it says they want to be elegant.
Yeah, in actuality, concentrates are probably the best way to get high, not only for health wise, but just getting they hit.
You get so cooked.
They hit hard. But yeah, so if you can't see in front of us, we got a couple of their products. Starting from over here, we got the Puffco Proxy, which is their dry hit version.
For concentrates, but it also comes with an attachment you can buy separately, and it takes flour as well. Yeah,
just something like the packs, or how it heats up. It's a vaporizer. And then next to that one is one of the cool features about the Proxy, if you can't see, is you can take it out. You can take it out of whatever and put it into this thing right here, and make the dry hit into a wet one, I guess. A moist one? I don't know.
Oh
God. But yeah, and then there's the Peak Pro, which is their standard, I guess.
The top
level of the e-rigs,
because there's just the regular Peak too,
and then we got the Peak Pro, and then the Guardian Peak Pro, which is just the silver one. But these are both the new versions that came out not too long ago.
Yeah, a month or two.
Yeah, a month or two.
Very
ago.
recent.
Super cool. We also have the recycler glass, because Puffco doesn't only make rigs, but they make a bunch of accessories and things to go on the rigs, travel packs. If you can see under the Puffco Proxy, there's a whole pack that comes with a little scooper and Q-tips, everything you would need for the thing.
And then I'd say these probably down here are
Mm.
probably the most popular Puffco accessory.
Definitely the most popular.
The hot knife.
If you are, participant, you know that sometimes getting that dab off your steak is like one of the hardest
Impossible.
things. Like you can't get all of it. You have like a really resiny stick like after so many uses, but the hot knife just slips off, heats up the little part that you scoop it up with, makes it so easy.
And it comes in so many cute colors. They always match them with like the special edition colors of the Peak that they do. The new one that just came out. It wasn't a Peak, it was the Proxy.
The Proxy. Really cool colorway. If it was like a blue and purple, put it
Insert
right
with
here.
a matching hot knife. Will be purchasing.
But so they're making really cool things. And I think before we get into like the product review section, we can talk about kind of like their community, I guess, and like what they've done. They had a competition last year called the Puffco Glass Open, and they challenged glass blowers like us to make attachments for their devices, because really anything can go in there. Like the glass can be customized however you want, as long as it fits into that little thing and has that hole at the back.
And lots of companies make molds. Like at the Glassmith, we use a Proxy mold for attachments that's the size of the little insert.
So we've been trying. We haven't been successful as I've known.
There's one. I
There's
think
one.
it just needs to be leveled off. Lap wheeled, yeah.
Oh yeah, Billy made that one.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Billy. But yeah, some super sick entries for this, and like
Some of these are crazy.
we're not gonna go through all of them, but we're gonna go through all of them and pick our favorites, and we'll show our favorites right here. We kind of went through them already. Do you have like a favorite that you like?
This mushroom one insert right here is really, really, really cool. But if I can kind of split my vote a little bit, this one right here that holds the base of two Peaks and then a Proxy at the top, that is the most insane, crazy thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's actually insane, and I don't.
Not only is like the glass beautiful, but like, imagine.
Shout out Eternal Flameworks.
Eternal Flameworks, yeah, that's the dopest thing ever.
And then the other one, D Glass Art. Shout out D Glass Art. I think some of my favorites has to be. I'll split it between two too. This saxophone one, I don't know. I just think like, especially the keys on it. The keys on it just like make it so cool.
That's
like
dope,
so
yeah.
cool.
And it's crushed opal too. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it is really sick, and I guess call me a band nerd or whatever, but it was really cool. And I think like it has to be split between the Goomba or the bomb.
The Mario bomb is hard.
With the Yoshi carb cap. Come on. Shout out More Glass LA. Yeah, shout out More Glass LA, and then shout out
I couldn't figure out how. Itera HMIL?
Terahimon. If we butchered that, I'm sorry, but shout out to you. That's a really cool
If you made
piece.
a saxophone Proxy attachment for the 2022 Puffco Glass Open.
Hit us up. I want one. And make it again. I also think another cool thing is that they actually donate one tree for every Plus, Peak, or Peak Pro bought.
Wow.
So at least when you buy one, you're like, I just planted a tree.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and global warming and stuff, so it's a good thing. Probably should do more of that. It's almost like Mr. Beast. Shout out Mr. Beast. Hit us up to do the thing. Alright, I think we should get into the product review, which I just remembered I forgot the dabs, so quick intermission and we'll be back. And we're back. Took me a while, but I got it. We're gonna be hitting a hybrid concentrate from our good friend Jeremy Greens. That's what it looks like.
Yum.
And if you see our Puffco, don't judge. It has the recycler glass on it, the one that's right up there. Really cool. And we're gonna fill it up with some water and test it out.
Don't quote me on this, but I think Fit is a glass blower.
Fit is a glass blower?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And it comes with a really cool line on the back to show you where to fill it up at. Because that's always a question, right? With any glass. Bong. Master glass blower.
Ryan Fit. Mm-hmm.
Just gonna fill it up. Don't mind the noise outside. Oh, a little bit of bump, but it's okay. It's gonna be okay, I think. And then they also make different chambers, like Keller was saying, for the, herb and concentrate, but they actually came out with a bigger 3D chamber.
3D XL.
3D XL chamber. And that's what we have on this guy too. It's a full, and it's a Guardian. This is like probably the most upgraded Puffco you could get, other than putting it on that tube.
On the 3
Peak Pros,
yeah.
2 Peak Pros in the thing. Anyways, all right. So if you can't see it, we're also using the Puffco provided tool that comes with the proxy, because we didn't have a hot knife around. I didn't want to buy one.
I was about to say, that's a little baby dab.
Oh no.
There we go.
Yeah, no, we're getting. See, and this is where the hot knife comes in. So, see, I would just heat it up right here and drop it, but now I gotta like.
Well, this is a 3D XL chamber, so the sides get hot. So on this one, you can kind of just.
Yeah.
Which is nice, I think, so that not everybody has to get a hot knife, perhaps, but.
So anyways, you load up your dab, you drop it in there. It's okay, we didn't need it anyways. And you close it up. You hold the button to turn it on. Does this cool buzzing thing. What?
That turned it off.
Oh.
There you go.
Now it's on. And then you just double click it. Okay, what's happening? It has different settings. It has different heat settings. Here, I'm gonna read you this. I'm gonna read you the specs while while Keller's just getting the dab ready. It has 4 unique heat settings. Ranging from really hot to not as hot, and like whenever you're heating dabs, it's like really depending on like. I guess people say if it's too hot, you get more vapor, but it compromises the flavor, and if it's not hot enough, same thing happens.
I might not have enough juice.
One moment while we troubleshoot.
Troubleshoot. Ooh, it's pretty colors.
Puffco, blinks.
I wonder if I can pair it to my phone and make it work that way. Technology.
Oh. Wait, what are you doing?
There we go. That's what we want. Devices.
I said it because this wasn't attached.
Oh, I got it. This is so cool.
Alright, we got it working.
Medium temp. Let's go.
We're at medium temp.
Or do we want to go high?
We'll start on medium.
Okay.
I loaded this one for you.
This is so cool. Says exactly how hot it's getting.
Here, I'll show it to this camera.
Please ignore my busted phone. Buzzes when it's ready.
Yeah, it shows you a little time marker. Switch you.
Yeah.
And a nice thing about the Puffco is if you like take normal dabs, you know that you gotta like sometimes again rip the fuck out of it. But Puffco, all you gotta do is like nice little, like almost like you're drinking from a straw. And it just does the job for you. Like, it didn't take us fucking a minute to heat up the rig, and like then you have to clean it all. I also think they're pretty like long-term pieces, you know? Like, as long as you take care of it. If you can't see on the desk right here, we got our little pump station, I think that's what it's called. But if you take care of it, get some ISO, clean it out after every use, it really can serve you for
a long time. Yeah, these things are they're really sensitive to water. So if water gets in your base or in your chamber, you're fucked. But
all right, a little bit of a review. I know we've already are experienced Puffco users, but after that hit, you got any notes? Got anything you're like, wow, the Puffco compared to a normal dab rig, so much better.
It's just so easy to get so high, like, you know.
Yep.
Like, even with the technological issues that we just encountered, that was minimal effort to get to like the level that I'm already at right now. That feels really nice.
Yeah, it was really great, and shout out Jeremy Greens, but he makes really good concentrate, and like it tastes so much better than like you could say like a joint or a bong, and like obviously those are great ways to enjoy the flower, but this is just supreme.
It's so nice.
Like there's really no other way to put it.
Worth the price tag, would you say?
That is the question. The price.
Guardian, I believe, retails for $550, and this glass attachment is what? $280?
$280?
Maybe. I could be wrong, but.
Listen, it is a pretty penny. I'm not gonna lie.
$300
for the top.
So altogether, this is a $850.
Plus the 3D chamber.
Plus the
which is like $100.
Wow.
So like a $900 rig right there. Is it worth it? Listen.
If you dab like seriously, you know.
Or even just like want to do something right, you know.
And better for yourself. And I mean, think about all the things that are now eliminated. Butane,
gone.
Torch,
gone.
Like, you don't need to spend money on those things, and I feel like you get more out of the money you're putting into concentrate you're putting through the machine as well.
100%. And like it is more upkeep, but I think for just the base, like the non-Guardian, just normal Puffco Peak Pro is, or just Peak, just the Puffco Peak, which is like the basic one, not the Peak Pro, is only $250 basically.
That's not bad.
And like that's a nice bong, you know. Like you can get a pretty cool like heady piece for $250 maybe, or you can get this rig that does it all for you for $250, and it's like way easier to use. Yeah, if you can't tell, we're Puffco supporters here at Legal Drug Money. Billy will attest next time he's back.
We've talked about Billy's Puffco before. We know this man loves his Puffco.
Yeah, if you don't know the Puffco Billy story, check out podcasts on this channel. But yeah, I think that's it for today. Thanks for joining us talk about the Puffco. I hope you guys learned something or maybe enticed to buy one. Available at all three locations of the Glassmith. But yeah, thanks for joining me, Keller.
Of course,
and,
thanks for having me.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below what your favorite glass piece from the glass art thing was out of the 4 that we showed you, because I think they were sick.
So cool.
And if you go look at them, tell me which ones of those you liked. But yeah, have a good one, guys. See ya.
Smoke big.
Welcome, friends.